What's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Obviously, pre-trip's done. Streetwalker sitting here warming up. Just about to take off, get going down the road. I grabbed this on Friday before I got home, clearly. Sat here, did a reset over the weekend. I could have left yesterday. I thought about leaving yesterday. And, well, you know, it just kind of made more sense to hang out just because of my timeline. And I got to spend a whole day riding the Harley up through some canyons, along the rivers in the forest. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. I was so happy. So glad I did that. So, as you'll see later in this video, you'll see why that made sense for me to take that one extra day to sit here and have fun and whatnot. For now, let's get this down to Arizona. Hey guys, so yesterday was interesting. If you follow me on Instagram, you kind of saw what happened. If not, well, I made it further than normal. Typically I stop in Henderson at that, I think it's Roadie's, I'm not sure, but I stop at that one truck stop in Henderson. You guys have seen me do videos there a couple times. Traffic went really smooth. I was able to get a little further than that. Not much, like 30 miles further. But I got to this place called Last Stop, and it's right at the Arizona-Nevada border. And I pulled in, ran inside, came back out, and I found this. And, well, every time the truck moved all night, I was, crap. One of them came over, rubbing on the trailer or whatever. Woke up, everything was fine, no damage, no issues, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, we delivered, so we were only a couple hours from delivery last night. Made it the last little bit, got that trailer dropped, and on our way down to Georgia now. Which, I know, I don't ever deadhead that much, but you'll see why. I know I said this video is going to be about the why an ELD could be worth it, or is it not? Kind of going over that whole thing, right? And we're going to, I promise. But kind of wanted to show you guys the bulls. Honestly, I had no intention of filming today, but that happened last night, so that was kind of neat. Something you don't see every day, especially in Arizona. So wanted to share it with you guys, and now I'm gonna get in the truck and I'm gonna go to bed. And unless we get some other crazy stuff, the next video clip will be going over the ELD. I'll see you then. Okay, so great news. It's like 9:30 in the morning. I just got the call. The trailer's ready. It's like 7 hours ahead of schedule. This is great. I got my shower, got myself all hygiened up. Streetwalker's completely packed, ready to go. She's out there warming up. And this is what I was talking about with personal conveyance. I had enough time on Thursday to get all the way to my pick location. And when I got to the pickup site, I put myself on personal conveyance. Then I came back to my hotel. So now I can go all the way back there and I can pick up and then start my day at there instead of wasting the time to go back and forth. And that, right here, it's only a couple miles, so it's not that big of a difference. But there could be times that you have something huge. You know, maybe you went to your pick location, went on personal conveyance, and there's some whatever, like you want to go to Atlanta. I don't know why. I personally don't, but a lot of people want to go hang out in Atlanta for the weekend. So you can go all the way up there, do your thing, come all the way back, and then go on duty. Anyway, just want to put a little piece of nugget information in there. And I'm going to get that trailer, and then when we stop tonight, we're going to go over all of these ELD loads and see if it's worth it. Maybe, maybe not. My opinion, we'll see. I'll catch you. All right, guys. So we got this picked back up. Those of you that follow me on Instagram or happen to be in High Mileage Helpers Live that just ended, we had a blowout today, and that caused damage to this one. A little piece of shrapnel in there. I'm not sure that if it's actually from the tire, though. Put a can of Fix-A-Flat in it. Seems to be holding just fine. Got the spare put on. Everything's good. Try and stay away from those trucks over there because they're loud. Anyway, so we got this picked up, and we're talking about, are ELDs worth it? Is it a good thing? Well, I picked this up in Boise, which happened to be right by my house, but really it wouldn't matter for anyone considering what I'm about to get into. So this went all the way down to Perry, Georgia, just south of Atlanta. And from there, obviously this is an ELD load. I shot up to Indiana, grabbed one. You guys saw the video I did where I ran with David from Louisiana. We went all the way across over to Oregon. Not an ELD load. Then I went home, knocked out a reset, grabbed another one going down to Arizona, and that was not an ELD load. From there, you guys saw on Instagram, if you aren't following me there, shame on you, it's down in the description, along with my email, another way to get a hold of me. Deadheaded all the way back to Georgia, which doesn't make a lot of sense. That's not how I normally run, but this had a set pickup date. I had to be there at a certain time, and I wanted to knock out a reset first. You guys saw me doing the reset in the live video. So instead of a 34, it became like a 39, 40, something like that. Anyway, it became a couple hours over, but I had to get that reset done before I picked this one up, because this one has, well, this doesn't have a set drop-off date, but I do have a set pickup date for my next one, which is going to be at the same location I'm dropping this one, and that one is also an ELD load. And that one's going to go to Wyoming. Then I'm going to shoot back, grab another one that is also an ELD load, and that's going down to California, at which point I will go finish up the work on the Suburban, go do my camping trip with the family that I've been planning for a couple months now. And as soon as we get back, I have to fly to take the streetwalker, but I gotta move over to Wyoming quickly, grab that one that I dropped off there, take it back, then go back down to California and take that one back to Boise, and then I'll either keep running, or I'll go home and knock out a reset. We'll see what timelines look like. So all of these ELDs that I'm running this time around, and it's not all of them always, but these ones are paying $1.50 a mile, and that's not bad. I mean, $1.50 is pretty good. It's not great, but when you think about, these are light. I think this one's 7,000 pounds, and then the other ones that I'm grabbing next that go into Wyoming and California, I think they're 9,000, but they're super aerodynamic. I was getting like 14 or 16 miles to the gallon last time I ran one of those. So $1.50 is pretty good in that case. So this whole loop, all the way, all of this, I got $3,600 for this, and then I got $3,600 for the one to Oregon, and then I got $1,400 for the one to Arizona. Then I had the deadhead. I'm getting $36 again to run this back, and then the next two going to Wyoming and California, they're either $1,200 or $1,400 each, and then I have to go pick them up again for another either 12 or 14 each. So quick math, what is that? 3, 6, 72, 86, 11, 12, 2, 14, 6, 16, $17,000 for a month's work. ELD doesn't sound so bad now, does it? And now granted, you're not going to get that kind of loop every time, but this isn't the first time you guys have seen me do, oh, that's loud. This isn't the first time you guys have seen me do this kind of a big loop and mix in ELD and non-ELD loads. So, I don't know. I like the ELD for that reason. It is convenient because a lot of the ELD, well, not a lot of, but there are a lot of ELD loads coming out of the Boise area. So it's better if you're there, but if you're not there, the loads are still there, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go grab some dinner. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll catch you guys somewhere tomorrow. Hey guys, what's going on? So we're in Perry, Utah, I think. Anyway, as I was saying yesterday, I lost that tire, which threw pieces into this one, put a little tiny slit in the tire. It wasn't bad, it was just a little, you could see like a little slice in the rubber, but it wasn't bad. Well, turns out that little slice wound up turning into about half of the tire completely separating and the cords coming out and all that, as you see here. And when I stopped in the port of entry, I went, that looks kind of low. But it didn't look bad. Went a couple miles further down the road, stopped in to get fuel, and I went, yeah, that looks low. So while I was pumping, grabbed my tire gauge, and 15 pounds. Well, that's when I noticed that it had separated all the way around. Called my dispatcher. Horizon got in contact with the customer, authorized new tires. They're covering it. Outstanding. And we're back on the road. Now we have a spare tire again, and all of the tires are in good shape. So that's great. Now, bad news. It looks like the dates that I gave you yesterday for picking up from Wyoming back to Boise and picking up from California back to Boise have changed. So there's that. Also, it looks like there's more ELD loads coming that work into my timeline well. I told my dispatcher, absolutely, if you need them, throw me on them, just let me know. So we'll see how that goes. And it looks like my pickups got pushed to the right, which means I can come back off of my trip, knock out a few normal trailers, non-ELD trailers, and then go grab those, run them around wherever they gotta go, all over. So that'll be fun. Anyway, we're 3 hours from delivery. Knock that out in the morning, grab our next load since we're picking and dropping, or dropping and picking at the same place. We'll take that home, do a little bit of work on the street walker, and then the next day back at it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so got home, rotated the tires. Obviously they're filthy because that was the inside where the brake dust, on dually you gotta rotate them, right? Cool. And as you just saw, oil change required. That's actually done. I just haven't reset the computer yet. I wanted to touch on something though. Earlier I said that, in 3 or 3.5 weeks or whatever it was, $17,000, which would be feasible given the ELD loads that I got. However, with now them shifting the dates around, let's go with what's concrete, what we already have. So, counting this one, that's one of them cell towers, and the one I'm dispatched on that I'm picking up as soon as I drop this, that puts me at $12,000 in 2.5 weeks. And we know that's concrete, that's happening. The other thing, they're shifting dates back and forth and up and down, left and right and around in circles and yeah. So, going off what we know $12,000 in 2.5 weeks. Now, is that a given because of the ELD? No, obviously not, or else you guys would have heard about that a long time ago, right? That's probably idled long enough. We can shut her down now. Let's go and reset oil life. Yeah, I was a couple hundred miles over. Bam, 100%. So now we'll let that kind of settle back down, double check the level, make sure it's just right. And then I'm gonna get a shower and I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta get up early in the morning and boogie this thing down to Wyoming. Now, yes, the streetwalker is filthy and normally I would wash her. However, if you've been watching the news, the weather, Wyoming is getting hit with a good amount of snow. So when I get back from Wyoming on Friday, then I'll wash her. But I want to touch on that little discrepancy with the pay with the ELD. And again, as I said, personally, I think it's worth it. Now, do other companies have what Horizon has? I have no idea. I'm going to guess not based on the few people I've talked to. Now, that being said, most of the time, if you don't have an ELD, you don't see the ELD loads. So that's also a difference. Sometimes we see them, but sometimes I don't know how it works. I just know that sometimes I hear people say, there's nothing on there, and I'll look on the board and I'll see several. So maybe it's just a difference in timing. I don't know. Do other companies have what Horizon has? I don't know. But I've rambled on long enough. Streetwalker needs to get put to bed. I need to get put to bed. So, as always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.